Last episode was rough. Welcome back, guys, to Full Metal Alchemist episode 5. All I can hope is that this one is a lot more upbeat than the last one. The last one was heavy, but with the last one ending, that officially also ended everything I even know about the show, even minor things, minor spoilers. I have no idea what's going to happen next in the story. I have no idea which way it's going to go, and that's really refreshing to me. I didn't expect the whole dog scene with Nana and Alexander to happen as soon as it did, but now that it's here, now that it's over, we can move on. So unfortunately, the chimera of Nana and Alexander died along with Shotucker, which not really so unfortunate. I don't want to say he deserved it, but he kind of deserved it. I don't think anybody's going to be mad at me in the comments for saying Shotucker kind of deserved what he got. Shotucker did what we like to call the fuck around and find out method, where he fucked around probably a little bit too much, and then subsequently he found out. So far I'm noticing the trend of Full Metal Alchemist having an antagonist for an episode, and then at the end of that episode, they die. So if we end up fighting the church guy, the guy that's talking about God, the one that killed Shotucker, maybe he's gonna die at the end of this episode too, if this is what this episode's about. I guess we'll see. I'm enjoying the dub so far. Thank you so much for the support. And of course, the sellout time. I do have a Patreon. The Patreon is 1 week ahead on our Soul tier. So when you're seeing this on YouTube, we have episode 6 out on Soul tier, and then Ascended tier has at least episode 7 available. I really hope you guys can check out the Patreon. One of the main goals I have is to get a nicer camera. I've been using a 720p webcam this whole time. It's something I've had for a long time, but I think it's finally time I make that upgrade. So if there's any way you guys can support me, I'd really appreciate it. In case you couldn't tell, I've been messing around with the video format a lot. Episode 4, along with this one, is a much more clear reaction. In the first 3 episodes, there was a bit more dimmed out on the video. The compromise, of course, is that the reaction timeline length is getting dramatically shortened. So if you want to check out my full reaction, the full extended cut, it's over on Patreon. The main reason I had to do this was for copyright on YouTube. I don't want to have to deal with any copyright issues, so the reactions naturally have to be shorter, and that's just kind of how it is. Looking forward to getting into episode 5. Here we go. All right, here we go.
To learn more about the field of bioalchemy, Ed and Al visited the home of Shao Tucker,
Man,
the Sowing Life alchemist.
Shao. I've been calling him Sho.
Tucker's young
My
daughter,
bad.
Nina, and her dog Alexander.
I feel so bad for them, man. Even after the transmutation, they were sad for their father, even though, you know, it's just a terrible situation.
Ed was grief-stricken at his own powerlessness.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see where Ed goes forward here. Episode 5, Reign of Sorrows.
You're your father's son, all right.
She's so proud of him, which kind of makes it sad.
That's an amazing thing.
I can't help but worry that that fostered sort of dependency had on it.
If you can do that,
why couldn't you make mommy better, Ed?
Kind of scared me.
Big brother. Let's play.
Yeah. I mean, he's seen so much. And how old is he at this point?
All right.
He can't be more than, like, what, 15? Maybe? If even. Does Alphonse sleep or no? I mean, he doesn't have a body. Like, why would he need to? But
they're both dead.
Dead?
You'll find out anyway. So
wonder how he's gonna react to this. I mean,
they've been murdered.
How? By who?
We don't know. I was just heading over to.
I'm kind of surprised that he's so upset about it.
No.
To be honest.
Why not?
You don't need to see this.
Yeah, it's not pretty. It's pretty graphic, to be honest.
He's always one step ahead of us.
We better catch up to him quickly because the way things are going.
Let Armstrong handle him.
Sound as though you were expecting
Easy.
this.
God has given us a great trial, my children.
Oh,
Wicked
get
heathens
outta
have
here.
spread
Is this
insidious
Cornello?
rumors trying to shake our faith, and now the military seeks to oppress us.
Don't,
But we
dude.
must hold tight to our faith.
What?
The time has come to
Didn't this guy
rise up,
die?
weapon in hand, and fight in the name of the great god Leto.
Stop.
Yeah!
Stop.
We aren't pawns of the heathens like all of you are.
Human foolishness never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah, looks awfully reminiscent of something recently, right? It's crazy how human nature never really changes, right? Radicalism.
Gluttony.
It's a very dangerous thing. So confused. I thought that might be like Gluttony transformed.
Responsibilities I need to get back to.
That's
The
not
former
actually him though,
Wilson
right?
interference was irritating, but at least we were able to make it work in our favor. Looks like we'll finish up ahead of schedule.
Manipulate a little information.
That can't be
start
actual
something radical to
Cornello.
the believers, and you have a fine recipe for instant violence. Humans are such simple creatures.
Bloodshed
Yeah.
gives way to more bloodshed. Hatred breeds more hatred, until all of the violence soaks into the land, carving rivers of blood. And no
I
matter
mean,
how many times it
there's
happens,
normally
they
a
never learn. The human
stop at
race
some
is made
point.
up of violent, miserable fools. By the way, Envy, could you lose the old man costume? It's
Envy.
unattractive.
I knew that wasn't
I was
actually
just staying in
Cornello.
character. But
Who is
if you
Envy?
insist, this time around, I'll go with
The
the
younger, cuter model. What do you say?
I don't think we've seen that person before.
What's going on here? What have you done?
Oh, just
What have you done with the real Father Cornello?
It's your
He-
call.
He said I was a monster. I think that's quite rude, don't you?
Can I eat him? Can I?
you know, if you see this, you just turn around and run. You don't say, "Who are you?"
Did you hear the news? Shao Tucker, that alchemist in East City.
All right, well,
he's
that's
dead.
awful. Now, I'm sorry, maybe I've missed it, but I don't actually know the name of this woman here that has been working with Gluttony. Maybe she got name dropped at some point, but I don't know. So I'm just going to refer to her as the woman right now. Her talking about the interesting cycle of human nature made me think of a sort of philosophy I've heard over the years. What it really comes down to is her mention of how humans never really learn from their actions. It's sort of a cycle that starts off with people having good times, like peacetime after war or anything like that. And that good times tend to foster naive and foolish people, and then the foolish people leads into big mistakes and bad times, and then bad times you might fall into things like war and controversy and conflict, which is kind of like where this is at right now. And then the bad times leads into, once it resolves, naturally it'll lead into wise people who want to prevent the whole thing from happening ever again. And then the more wise people exist and time passes, we revolve back around into good times, because now these wise people have made action to make sure that bad things don't happen. But naturally, as time passes and conflict starts to reemerge and we forget the bad times, we lead back into having foolish people that end up making same mistakes. And to be honest, right now in the world, in the real world, I'm more concerned that we exist along the line of the foolish people category. And it's kind of pessimistic and nihilistic. But rather than looking at it that way, how maybe something bad is inevitable, and bad things are inevitable, that is the natural cycle of life. And I use this method to keep in mind not to make myself a foolish person, to act upon things like ethics and morals. That way I can use these things as like a solid grasp on what made us wise after the fact of a war. And I'm worried that here in Full Metal Alchemist, they're in the same sort of category. They've been at peace for what seems to be a while. They aren't actively engaged in war from what I can tell, and it is leading them into bad times. Anyway, that's what this whole situation so far in this talk has made me think of. I guess it probably doesn't have too much relevance to the story, but I think it's an interesting concept to talk about nonetheless.
As furious as I am that he interfered with our work,
She's kind of hot.
we can't very well let him die.
Just saying.
He's an
Just saying.
important sacrifice.
That was so yummy!
We'll find some.
Can this guy stop being so gross,
The other one we were speaking of.
please?
You and Tucker are the only state alchemist of note in this area, right?
Oh no.
I've been thinking about this for a long time.
Yeah, but would he actually go
I
after
trust in
Ed?
alchemy, but in the end,
Like, I don't know exactly what his goal
alchemy
is,
the
but
science of understanding the flow of matter and its laws.
it seems like pretty low to go after a
Process of
kid, you know?
comprehension,
I don't know if he has like limits or rules or
the
like
world flows too, it must
something would be
also
too
follow
far or
laws,
wrong for
everything
him.
circulate. But I didn't understand anything. Mom
Yeah.
proves that. Now here I am again, trying desperately to figure out a way to do the impossible.
I hope he can take this the right way
Such a
though.
hopeless idiot.
Nah,
All
that's
this
not
time,
it.
and I haven't grown up one bit.
I mean, it's perfectly normal to feel that way, but yeah, it's normal to feel this way for what he's been through.
Without a body, I can't feel the rain hitting my face. That's something I miss all the time. I want to get my body back soon, brother. I just want to be human again.
I know,
Even if
Alphonse,
it means
but
going against the flow of the world and trying
come
to
on.
do the impossible.
You're making him feel even worse. Oh, hi.
You boy, you were the Full Metal Alchemist Edward Elric, correct?
Oh. Whoa. Is he the first one to actually recognize it as him? Listen, Scar, can you relax?
What the hell is going on here?
He just went for the kill like that. I guess not. I guess that's not. I guess he's not above that.
don't.
We might get an actual legit high skill battle here. Even though I worry that this guy is probably even above Ed and Al's range.
Damn it, what the hell is this guy's problem? Making enemies isn't something that well, I never really avoided it. But there's no reason someone should be trying to kill me.
Roy, I'm gonna need you to come on in and save him.
Who are you anyway?
Please.
Why are you after us?
As long as there are creators like you in the world, there must also be destroyers.
And it looks like we're gonna have to fight.
Can you like wait a few years till he gets older, or not really a fair fight?
Gutsy one, aren't you? But
They are brave.
too slow.
Oh wow. Is that actually?
Full Metal Alchemist.
Can't he just like alchemy them together, him back together? I don't know. I don't know how it works.
There's nothing inside.
Okay, he's fine. He's gotta be fine. That's Al's strength. Edward's like the bigger alchemy user, but Al's a physical tank.
And that explains why my attacks didn't do the damage.
Almost
I
invincible,
expected,
probably.
boss.
Oh wow. Well, that's not good.
Now you will not be able to use your heretic's alchemy.
Bro, he's just a kid, man. Like,
I will give you a moment to pray to God.
Brother! Run away! Brother!
Unfortunately.
a big man out here is about to meet Roy, I think.
In that case, I want your word. Promise me you won't hurt my brother.
Brother!
I mean, who's gonna save his brother, though?
No. Brother, what are you trying to do?
Alphonse wouldn't want that
What are you
either.
thinking? Run! Get up and run! Stop! Don't touch him!
He's gonna be fine.
No, you can't! Stop it!
Oh,
That's enough. You won't be killing anybody else today, Scar.
hey. No, he gets
I'm
it.
taking you into custody.
This guy's a
You will
killer.
answer for the murders of at least 10 state alchemists.
If you interfere, I will eliminate you as well.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I doubt it.
You
He
guys
said, yo,
stay
hold
out
the
of it.
peace. I got this.
Colonel Mustang. So this is the Flame Alchemist. Volunteering yourself.
I'm really
to
interested to
receive
see what Roy
judgment.
can do.
This is truly
Let's see
an
it.
auspicious day.
So you know who I am, and you still want to challenge me. Bad decision.
Oh. Why would she do that?
Hey, Hawkeye, what the hell did you do that for?
You know as well as I do, you're useless on rainy days. Please stay back.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It's kind of hard to get a spark going when it's raining, huh?
For I will destroy all who interfere with my mission right here and now. I'd like to see
Oh.
you try it. A new
Shouldn't have said anything.
You have to be quick to avoid my fist.
Don't announce your
Bad.
intro.
Not bad at all.
Sucker punch him.
We'll see how you fare against the strong-arm alchemist, Alex Louis Armstrong.
Don't hurt Armstrong, please.
State alchemist.
Nah, he won't. Armstrong's too cool.
I'll show you the art of alchemy that has been passed down the Armstrong family for generations.
Oh, that's tough.
That's the same man who murdered Mr. Tucker and his daughter.
That's really cool. The animation looks crisp too, actually.
Major, watch what you're doing. We don't want to destroy the city, do we?
I'll relax. Can't he just put it back?
You must destroy to create. That is the law of the universe.
So this killer is an alchemist too.
That's it.
Yeah, how? Well,
Stages
of
the
course.
transmutation process are construction, deconstruction.
Did we just figure that out?
reconstruction.
He's unusually coordinated for his size, and his strength is almost superhuman.
Ah, he's experienced, man.
His alchemy. He won't be an easy one.
See what you got.
But there's a moment when his swing is too wide. There it is.
Oh, I think not. Oh, she got him.
He's too fast. I only grazed him with one shot.
Ah. Oh my god, in the head?
Red eyes and brown skin, that means he's... of course he's in Ishvalan!
A what now?
Perhaps there are too many.
You might as well
Is that
give
like
up,
an
Scar.
engineered human,
You're
maybe?
not getting away.
No, that would be human transmutation.
Oh, is it over now?
Lieutenant Colonel Hughes, where have you been this whole time?
I thought it best to lay low.
You didn't think about maybe backing us up?
Of course not! A person like me shouldn't get dragged into a freak show with you pack of pseudo-humans. It's bad for my health! Don't just stand there, we've got things to do!
Pseudo-humans.
Deploy troops! Circulate his description! Yes,
What do you mean by that?
Oh no, Alphonse.
Alphonse!
Alphonse is probably okay, right?
Talk to me.
What about your arm, though?
That suit of armor is Elric's younger brother, is it?
There's got to be a really long story behind this one.
Come on, Al, do you hear me?
Do they not all know what happened?
Why didn't you run away when I told you to? What kind of idiot are you?
No way, I'm not just gonna run away and leave you behind!
Yeah, of course
Exactly
not.
why you're an idiot!
Oh!
Hey, easy on the idiot stuff. I'm still your older brother, got it?
I'll say it all I want to!
Let him know, Al.
Survival is the only way, Ed. Live on. Learn more about alchemy. You could find a way to get our bodies back and help people like Nina. You can't do that by dying. I won't allow you to abandon the possibility of hope and choose a meaningless death.
Let him know.
Oh, great! And now my arms come off because the villain's a big fat idiot.
Damn. I did not expect this from Al.
We're really falling apart, aren't we, brother? We look like we belong in a junkyard.
But we're still alive.
We are.
That you are.
Grief, I've stumbled into an...
I didn't expect such a heartwarming talk out of Al right there. I think it's the first time we've actually seen Al be like truly emotional so far. I mean, of course we saw like fear whenever that he got transmuted, but what we just saw was actually somehow like a stronger emotion than even fear because he like truly cares for his brother, you know? With Edward's drive and his passion, there is always the worry of like, how far will he go to get what he wants, you know? Because obviously that's what's keeping him driven. It's what's driving his entire life at the moment. But it's also a dangerous thing because whenever you're so driven, you might end up giving too much. You might end up going too far. The results might seem more important than your life itself if someone is there to receive the after effects of your work, like his brother would be. Like, I'm sure obviously it's not his first option, but I wouldn't doubt that Edward would give his life if it meant saving Al's life. I really hope we get to see more of this. I like this. I think Al's like genuinely like the biggest sweetheart in this whole show. I'm a little bit sad because I really wanted to see what Roy could do, but I guess we're gonna have to wait. It's gonna keep us anticipating it. And of course, they mentioned that something about Scar's, the color of Scar's skin and his eyes makes some sort of difference. Like he might be some sort of like, I don't know. They called him something special. Like, I don't know what it could mean. Obviously, there's a lot to Scar, so I don't think we've seen the end of him anytime soon. He's so convicted in whatever his motivation is that he's even willing to kill kids in the middle of the street in public just because they're alchemists, even though he himself is an alchemist. It's all very strange. It's just raising more and more questions. But I'm glad Al is giving Edward positive reinforcement right now. Because like right now is a time where he's hurt and he really needs it probably more than ever.
I don't envy you. This is one tough customer you're dealing
It's
with.
unfortunate the rain just stopped right after the fight ended.
He's Ishvalan.
Ishvalan. Is that what he said? Ishvalan? What does that mean?
The Ishvalans were a race of people
Guess
who
we're gonna
lived
find
to
out.
the east of us. They believed that their god Ishvala was the one absolute creator. Even after they were annexed into the country,
Is this the
there were still
map?
conflicts between us and them.
Ishval.
13 years ago, a military officer accidentally shot and killed an Ishvalan child, and that led to a full-blown civil war.
Wow.
One uprising led to another, and before long, the rebellion had spread to the whole eastern sector. After 7 years of this, an order came down from the military high command to exterminate Ishval. Many state
Yikes.
alchemists were brought in to act as human weapons.
Yeah, I knew sure bad there was something very wrong with them.
Needless to say, the state alchemists produced striking results. That
And
man
Roy was part of
Ishvalan
that.
survivor. In a sense, his revenge is justified.
No
Yeah,
way.
a little bit.
There's no justification for taking revenge on people who had nothing to do with it. He's
That's-
just dressing his ugly lust for vengeance in the mantle of his god and calling himself an agent of justice.
It's again a bit
Still,
hypocritical
the
because
fact
the
is,
people
coming
that
at
got
us
killed
with
probably
full
had nothing to
force.
do with
We Can't
the
let ourselves
rebellion
be
and all
killed
that.
for his
But
cause. Next time, there will be no more talk. Got it?
Yes, sir.
so he just lost his arm. That was heavy. That's really, really dark, actually. There's this, that just added this incredibly dark undertone to the whole show that it didn't have before. And it pretty much reaffirms what I thought about the military having some really dark, like, I mean, Fuhrer Bradley, it showed him when it said the higher-ups ordered the execution and destruction of Ishval and everybody in it. Not only just the nation state itself, not like the governing nation of Ishval, but like the entire population of it. Wow. Another really solid episode, an interesting conglomeration of information going on. The ending there really threw me for a loop. I don't really know what to say about it just yet. I'm going to wait before I comment too much, but yeah, that's a really, really dark and serious undertone. We had a lot of serious undertones, even back when the woman was talking about the whole cycle of violence and the cycle of nature and the cycle of people. I'm gonna wait before I talk too much about Scar and his motivation. I mean, there's without doubt, what he's doing is wrong, right? I mean, I don't think anybody would disagree. Killing Edward, of course, is wrong. And everybody else he's killing or trying to kill. Some probably have definite more justification than others. Like if Roy was involved in wiping out his home nation and killing plenty of the people that he cared about, then of course he'd have a little bit more justification than to kill people that weren't involved at all. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what goes on with him. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Later.